I'm this far from the mic.
And I'm this far from the mic.
And I'm this far from the mic.
And together we are
These fars from the mics. Welcome back. This is Digi Bros. We're playing Yoshi's Woolly World.
Woolly World.
There's a lot of wool.
This game is wonderful. I've been playing it on my own because I didn't want my first time experience with this game to be ruined by playing it with other people and having all of the frustration of sharing a screen in a platformer.
Yeah. We're doing all three Digi Bros.
Yeah, all trace.
For the first time that it's ever been, like, from the start, all
there
three
are
of us.
several Digi Bros.
Shade's here.
Who am I?
Shade, what's going on?
I came into the world
Whoa!
through the same mother.
Are you an iron-blooded? Dude, I'm pink. Yes.
Were you gonna ask if he was an
I've always
iron-blooded
wanted to be.
orphan?
Yes.
And then you just kind of stopped.
Damn it. See, this is why I didn't want to play on two-player initially, because you could just be eaten, and now I have no control.
How do I spit you up? Okay.
Like that. There you go. Oh, you almost killed me, you son of a bitch.
Well, this is Yoshi's Woolly World,
Okay.
a game for
Please,
the Wii U
please.
that just came out the other day, and you just got it like yesterday.
I had to buy it.
Yeah.
I kept seeing it. I was like, this game is too beautiful. Like,
It is, oh my god, beautiful.
It's so good looking.
It's unbelievably good looking.
Oh, I don't know how to throw a gun.
I might even go so far as to say that it's real fucking good looking.
Real fucking good. Oh my! I aim by tilting the Wiimote.
Oh, you're playing by the Wiimote.
Yeah,
Shade's
I'm playing
playing
Wiimote controls.
the Wii U. Wii U right to pray.
Alright, let's go down this pipe.
So, Victor, we have a long history with Yoshi.
Yes.
Yeah?
I would say
Yoshi-
since we were 5 or 6 on the N64.
Yoshi
We've been
was
playing Yoshi.
your favorite character for the longest time. Like,
Yeah.
In Nintendo games.
Particularly the first Super Smash Bros.
Mostly because
And
he's
Yoshi's
green and a
Pro-
dinosaur.
Yeah. Him being green certainly had a lot to do with it when I was a kid.
Victor was very into green. And
It's
obviously,
my favorite color.
like
Still
any
my favorite
child,
color.
dinosaurs. Yeah, my favorite color changes like every other year. Yours has been really consistent.
Yeah, I mean green is just the best color. So.
When I was a kid, I was all about blue, which is still a fine color.
Yeah, I was never a poser, so.
Well, what does that mean?
I'm consistent, Conrad. When I say something's my favorite, look at these balls are the perfect green, like this lime green.
Yeah, I'm away.
That's just
that's
the
your
ideal
favorite
green.
green?
Yes.
Whoa, that's so cool!
Like
Yeah.
lime green and like pastel.
It's great that
Ow.
they stay the color that you threw
Oh
at
my
it,
God, that's
and
fucking
just
awesome.
stay that way the whole time, no matter how far you go through the level.
I like it. I dig it. So,
Oh god.
the Yoshi game we played as a kid, because I think most people probably grew up with Yoshi's Island.
Yeah, which I never liked because it's got Baby Mario and babies suck and Mario sucks.
Well,
so.
you say you never liked it, but you did not play it.
I
until,
tried
like,
once.
recently.
I remember trying, not recently. I was probably like 12.
Yoshi's Island? When the hell? How could you have been 12 and played Yoshi's
There was
Island?
like an emulator. How would I have played it now?
I played it for the first time like 2 years ago.
I see.
On an emulator.
I remember
I'd
playing it on
never
an
even seen
emulator
it
when I was
until-
younger.
I had not realized that Yoshi's Island existed until Game Grumps talked about it.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
I've always known about Yoshi's Island. I always thought it looked like crap, and I thought Baby
It's
Mario
beautiful,
was a pain
though.
in the ass.
It's a beautiful
And I was
game.
just like, it didn't have what I liked about the original Yoshi story, which was that it was like kind of creepy and like had that, kind of off-putting cool vibe to it.
We'll get to that. We grew up with Yoshi. We grew up with the N64. That was our first console.
Yeah.
We didn't play video games in the Super Nintendo era.
Yeah.
We were alive, but our mom did not get us any game consoles, and because we had a really violent cousin. We've talked about that before. Whoa.
Yes.
And,
That was badass.
we had a violent cousin who was big into games, and it was in the era when people thought video games made you violent. But he gave us an N64, and at some point, I don't think we ever owned... Did we ever own Yoshi's Story, or did we just rent it a lot?
We just rented it.
So...
We really didn't own like any of the games we
Yeah,
played.
and I don't think we were ever able to beat Yoshi's Story.
Oh, hell no.
We
'Cause
had-
it's like broken impossible.
We had like a...
Oh!
At one
You
point,
son of a bitch, you killed me.
like one of the copies we rented was on the final dungeon, kind of thing, and so we did play like the last levels, but we couldn't beat them.
Go man, I say.
But like all growing up, I remember like we were really into that game. We thought it was like really cool. I remember all the songs from it and shit.
Yes.
And
you remember the song we used to sing on the playground?
Do you mean the Blue Yoshi went to CCC to see what he could CCC, but all that he could CCC was a yellow Yoshi she.
Yes.
He go through all the colors like that. Yeah. I don't remember who. Like I remember somebody else came up with that on the playground.
I'm not sure who it was.
But
we were singing a lot.
Yeah. So we were really into Yoshi's Story, and then eventually, I found out about Yoshi's Island and Yoshi's Island DS, which are both great, but Yoshi's Island's hard.
Yeah.
And like, I'm not very good at platformers.
I played a demo of the DS one, and I was like, I'm not into this.
I loved it. I played about half of it on an emulator, and I liked it a lot. I liked it more than the original, even though I don't think it's as good of a platformer game, but it's easier and more just like delightful.
I see.
So I played through a bunch of that. But
I don't want Mario, man. I don't want no fucking stupid babies in my game. I want dinosaurs.
I'm not even sure Baby Mario is
in
DS.
Because that's why I didn't get it.
What the hell do you have against Baby Mario so much?
I don't know. He's a baby. He's Mario. I don't
Babies
like babies
cool.
or Mario.
I love babies. Babies are my favorite.
Dude, I got the flower. Hell yeah.
But yeah, Yoshi's Story. Later on, I bought you for your birthday the N64 game.
Yes.
And then you played it and realized
because I think we're gonna play it on Digi Bros, weren't we?
Well, we brought it up as a possibility, but they had already played it on Grumps, and I had watched.
They almost got all the collectibles.
They did like four videos of it on Game Grumps, and I watched them and realized that the game is a fucking nightmare.
Yes, it's
like
very.
It is the weirdest fucking game. I don't know that it's not good. It's just that
it's hard to play and hard to comprehend when you're playing.
Right.
It's just so weird.
Because the levels are like circular.
And it's really headache inducing because it's just so dated looking.
Right. It looks
I guess
weird.
if I played on like a CRT, it would be more fun.
Well, the thing is,
it wouldn't give me such a headache.
It's got like this weird multimedia thing where like everything's kind of like how this game everything's made of wool. Yeah. In that game, everything was like random hodgepodge of stuff where like it looked like live action pictures and weird arts and crafts stuff, but it was like just thrown together. Like there's no real artistic cohesion like this game has, where this game looks really pretty and like, oh, they really thought through everything.
Yes.
Yoshi's Story is just like the everything but the kitchen sink approach. It's just shit everywhere.
You see that? I want to explain this. One of the mechanics of this game is that you collect jewels so you can buy badges, which are like perks basically to go
like
to the
that
level
Yoshi. That Yoshi looks like Yoshi's Story.
Yes, that is the ugliest Yoshi in this game. But basically, you buy these badges, and in mellow mode, you can buy a badge that is just you complete the level. So you can just skip over an entire level amazing. By auto buying it.
They really wanted anyone to be able to play this.
Definitely. Which would have been great when we were kids and we fucking sucked at video games and we get stuck at a level we could never beat it. Like
it's always funny because when you talk to like old school gamers who grew up when games were hard, they're always saying like, when I was a kid, I didn't like. They have the argument that like easy games are like patronizing because when they were kids they could beat hard games.
But we couldn't.
Counter argument: we did not beat hard games. We gave up and we stopped playing them, and it was like a big part of why we didn't get into older games because they were fucking hard.
Yes.
We grew up on Nintendo.
We suck. We just
later consoles.
We suck at video games now. We sucked at video games then. I've always had shitty reflexes.
I don't even want to be good at video games.
Exactly. Fuck it.
I like being the fucking plebe that I am sometimes. Like, I think we can come to that conclusion that I just like easy games. Yeah. There's like I happen to there's plenty of them, Like plenty of people.
And there's nothing wrong with that, man. Casual games are cool.
I think it's an understated position. Maybe I should become the guy who talks about easy games because there's plenty of people out there talking about how cool hard games are, And I get it, man. I'm not knocking hard games. I think they're cool. Obviously, I really appreciate games like Dark Souls and shit, and fucking Jesse Wood's Demon Souls song. I like games that are hard.
Yeah.
But I don't. I like easy games.
Yes.
Like this. This is pleasant.
Sometimes games can just be cute and fun, and it's cool. This game, you know, there's been some parts where I died a bunch, like, because I was being a dipshit or I was trying to get this collectible, and, like, that's as much challenge as I need.
Yeah.
I had a fucking Yoshi. I'm not playing it because it's hard.
But anyway, yeah, Yoshi's Story is a nightmare. The way you win each level is that you collect a certain amount of fruit, and the fruit, like, creates a rectangle around your screen, which
Yeah,
looks
you see,
horrible.
that's the part that I really don't miss about Yoshi's Story, because
Yeah.
you never feel like you're getting anywhere with the level, because when you get to the end of the level, you just get back to the beginning
Right.
if you haven't collected all the fruit. And so you never feel like you're making progress. You're just kind of exploring
And
this
when you
level
do
randomly.
collect all the fruit, you feel like you didn't finish the level.
Yeah.
Because
you might not have gone through the whole thing, and you're
yeah,
like, well, what?
and there's
what
like
was that?
It's weird because there's like a bunch of collectible shit, but like you're never sure like if you're supposed to be like if you get all the fruit, you're gonna lose all like you're not gonna get all the collectibles because you're not going through the level in a linear way. It's super weird, and it looks like hell. So. Yeah, it was not a game that lived up to our memories of it.
Yeah.
This game lives up to the memories.
This is the childhood completion. Like, this is what I wanted that game to be as a kid, you know?
Well,
This game is as good as that game
thought
should
that
have
game
been.
was
Yes.
until we played it again as adults. Like, this is totally how I would have remembered Yoshi's Story being.
And it's like, all growing up, I wanted this game. Like, this is the Yoshi game I wanted. I didn't want Yoshi's Island.
Right.
Like, this is what I wanted.
Well,
and I am fucking loving it. Like,
I
I just have a big grin on my face when I play this.
And it is, again, beautiful.
Do you like nostalgia?
It's sort of like because Little Big Planet is another game that I said looked like Yoshi's Story when Shade was playing it because I thought the aesthetic was just like a clusterfuck.
Which is funny
This
because
is the first game to do this style and not look like a clusterfuck.
Yeah, because this game really... it reminds me of Little Big Planet in a lot of ways with the way it looks, but it looks better than that game.
Right. Because that game
and more
was just
consistent.
Well, we haven't played Little Big
nightmare.
Planet 3.
That's true.
Yeah.
But the first one is a fucking nightmare hellscape.
Well, I just don't like Little Big Planet as much.
I don't like its, well, again, we haven't played 3 yet, but, like, because the first one came out in that era when, like, HD meant lots and lots of bloom and light, and, like, everything is kind of, like, looks like a Tool video for some reason. And this game is... The Wii U, I think we've talked about this before, but the Wii U has the perfect aesthetic to me. Like, every
all
Nintendo
the games
game,
just look so good. They just look like the perfect version of what they've been doing forever.
Yeah, they finally made HD graphics look as good as 2D graphics. Is how I would put it. Because to me, I've always like what I love about 2D games is largely the aesthetic that they usually have, especially on the old Nintendo. Like Yoshi's Island, again, that game is fucking beautiful. The first one on the Super Nintendo, like. Just the sprites are gorgeous, the way they're animated is gorgeous, the way that the world looks, and like I think it's taken them this long to make 3D graphics like as aesthetically pleasing as 2D graphics were.
Because Wii games, I feel like the old Wii games were trying, but they just don't look as nice. Like if you look at Kirby's Epic Yarn, that game doesn't look nearly as nice as this game.
No.
Like made by the same people, you know.
Right.
But just
it is
the
a
console
good-looking
wasn't
game.
there yet, and this game is just gorgeous.
So what happens when they unlocked the fucking HD and
Yes.
then used it, you know.
They're just making HD Super Nintendo games, and I love it.
I'm down. Well, that's it for this episode of Digi Bros. We'll talk
Yeah.
about something other than just shit, like fucking sucking this game's dick in the next one.
No, we won't.